Hello, I'm Ben Reid, bringing you this week's Melbourne Market Insights. Across the weekend, we had 648 auctions that were held, 317 sold on auction day with 56 selling before, 32 withdrawn from sale completely, and 255 sales that were not reported by agents to the REIV. So that's nearly a third of sales that are still not being reported, so it's difficult to get an exact clearance rate, but based on the numbers that they do have, the clearance rate that was put out is 58%. This time last year, it was 68%, from a much higher volume of sales of 1,516 auctions. So clearance rates are down and also stock levels down at this time of year. The top house sale for the week is 39 to 45 Will Street in Kew. This was a 3-bed, 2-bath, 4-car with a tennis court across 2 titles, combining for 1,824 square metres. Now, given that it was across the 2 titles, prime location, you could have further develop this into townhouses, apartments, 2 new houses, or renovate the home. We have seen buyer competition in this space dry up a little bit with the Royal Commission into banking and the lending criteria tightening up, but this one was really well competed. They quoted it 4.6 million to 5 million, and it sold well above the range at 5.95 million, competed by developers, but actually bought by a home buyer. The agent was Luke Saville from Marshall White Burundara. The top apartment/unit sale for the week is 2 at 47 Grange Road in Toorak. This was a Georgian-style townhouse. Downsize or investment grade properties in Toorak don't tend to last too long and always have pretty good results. This was 3 beds, 2 baths, 1 car. They quoted at 1.3 million to 1.43 million, sold just above the top of the range at 1.45 million. The agent was Simon Durham from RT Edgar Hawthorne. The bargain house for the week, we go to 2 Kevin Court in Melton South. This was a 3-bed, 1-bath, 2-car on 593 square metre site. Ticked a lot of boxes for either the first home buyers or investors. Polished the hardwood floors, new carpets, presented pretty well, had 2 living areas. They quoted at 330,000 to 360,000, and it sold for 350,000. The agent was Ned Nikolic from Barry Plant in Melton. The bargain apartment for the week is 1 at 16 Newland Street in Caulfield. This had plenty of features that made it a really popular choice for both investors and first home buyers. It was a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, had the car space. It was also close to public transport, part of an older style boutique complex. They quoted at 250,000 to 275,000, sold for 270,000. The agent was Aviv Samuel from Gary Peer & Associates. That's this week's Melbourne Market Insights. All in all, we're seeing a very balanced marketplace out there at the moment. Listing stock levels have been equally matched by buyer interest, and the really good homes are getting solid competition from buyers. If you are considering doing something, I think now is probably a pretty good time. So call and speak to one of our local advocates. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.